Well, today I am going to finish off this painting, which is of a lovely garden here in the UK. This is my reference photograph. As you can see, it's very colourful. And there's quite a lot of challenges actually in this. I started this painting a couple of days ago, and tried to block it in. I've done quite a lot of work on it, but I wasn't really going to record it. But I'm thinking it's quite a little challenge to try and deal with all these different tonal variations, but mainly to get all this colour in and get the right contrasts to make this part of this building and this house here. I haven't put in the windows yet, but there's quite a lot of texture. But the real challenge for me is to try and get the darks in here with these beautiful colours. So I normally use Winsor & Newton or Daler-Rowney paints, but I've got some Sennelier paints which are particularly good for floral paintings. So I'm going to have a go at that. I've got them here, so I'll have to wake them up a bit with my little spray. Perhaps I should do that. A little spray bottle, if I can find it. Here we are. Let's wake them up a little bit. They're very vivid colours actually, and these have been chosen for mainly for concentration of floral paintings. So I'm going to experiment a little bit. I know in here I want some bright yellows and various other places, but let's just get some in here and a few yellows out here. This is particularly vivid colours actually. And let's get a few different greens going. So I'll put some yellow out on my pad there, and we'll put some different blues in. That's a little bit of cerulean, I think. But I need to try and get some varied colours and greens in here, without getting it muddy, of course. That's always a challenge with watercolour. You want enough to tell the story. There's a dark edge along here on the edge of this lawn. So I'm going to vary my blues, greens, with this little thin little brush here, a tiny little thing, #1 round. So try and get some different colours, and here so we can bring it to life a little bit. But I notice I really need to make this darker in here so I can have that contrast. You've got to have these darks because otherwise the painting will look a little flatter. So I've got this nice different blues mixed in with my yellows to try and vary. Just dab it in. You can't paint every individual leaf and branch. You've got to create an impression. So there's lights and darks and some depth to it. I think I can put something in here, a lot darker here. A little bit more blue, more yellows, very creamy. Oh, a little bit of almost meridian there. Vary the brush strokes to try and give me some different form. And this is a hedge along here, or a fence. I've got to try and introduce some colour there. We've got more colour here. Lots of vegetation. But I'll go for some of these brighter greens along here, and a bit dark as well, a bit of shadow in here to try and delineate this edge. Let's get some infinite colours of greens. Always a challenge with watercolours or any nature. You don't have to follow slavishly the reference, because as I've said many times before on my videos, that what works as a photograph doesn't necessarily work when you paint it. So be mindful of that. Got this deck chair here. Put some foliage around here so we can, I'll put the woodwork in a minute, and that will show us a little bit better. And then the foreground here, all sorts of colours. Let's try a bit of ochre. It's a slightly yellower form here. Right, there we go. I think I could just try and put some more colour in. It's a little bit too dark. Some nice, up here I have a lovely rose climbing up this wall here. Get some different reds going. Let's put a little bit of a rose here. Right. Now this gets, it's a good idea to squint your eyes and see where you need more intense dark colour. I think I do here. In fact, I might drop a little of umber in there. Darken these green. I want some eye to look into this, peer into the dark there, and so it will contrast with this up here. Let's mix a variety of darks in here. Different tones. We need a little bit of green behind there. I'll put some details on this deck chair in a minute when we get nearer where we want to be. Now let's get these windows in a minute. Yes, let's get a nice blue, little umber going. I want a darkish colour, but I don't want it too black. Some of these windows might reflect some of the sun, the sky. Let's get if your blue is a bit too vivid, you can take it down a bit with a brown. So let's have a look, see what we can do. Right, there we go. Just view these windows, these panes. And in here we have a big one as well. There's a big window here. And again, we've got something over here. Do these. Right, put some variety in that roof's line there, and also we could put a bit of shadow under there, under that eaves line there. But I need to put some more texture in this wall. And use the texture of this paper, which is £140 knot, so it's got a bit of texture in it. Bring that down there. I think there's a hedge over there, or fencing, barbecue here. You can put different bits of garden paraphernalia in. This is a little compost area there. Now let's see if we can make something of our deck chair. There we go. And she's sitting out there in the summer. Enjoy yourself with a beer. What could be nicer? We better put a bit of green under here. Now let me think, do I need, yes, I think this roof needs a lot more, a darker contrast. It's far too light, so I need it to contrast with the white of all the front of the house. It's lighter anyway. Let's put a little bit of there. I think we need to take that down a bit darker. That's it. Parts of it anyway. Lots of different tile texture on there. If you lay your brush a little bit on its side, it can, like this, it can pick up some of the texture. Get a little bit of the wall showing, roof showing through there. Right, now I think let's put a bit of shadowy colour, a bit of blue and reddish, make a bit of a purpley colour to get a little bit of shadow under this eave. Do that. So a little bit of dimension to that. That's better. And something a bit more of these window frames perhaps. Just trying to suggest the form of this. It's impressionistic. Just recalling a lovely summer afternoon in this beautiful garden. I think I'm going to, as I squint my eyes, should I darken up some of the this grass? I think change this base of this wall a little bit. It's glaring a little bit too much. Give it some more definition. That roof line there. Interesting brickwork here. And here this nice pathway coming up there. So let's get a bigger brush and darken this up a little bit. I think it's just a bit too bright. So, nice. Somebody gave me this Chinese brush the other day. It's for calligraphy really, but it can work very well when you want to do some nice, soft, watery washes like this. It works very well for that, so because it holds so much water. Let's get that in much better, I think, to have more of a wash there. That's better. But I think I need, well, I'm probably getting a bit of shine from these lights. Sorry about that. I'm stuck for the moment. Let's just give some more texture here. A little bit of grounding to some of the colours there. A bit of green. Sweep up here. Let's put some marks of foliage in here. It's wet, almost wet on wet technique there, but we can do that. These Sennelier paints are really good for plants and flowers. It's very rich colour. Let's use some of them. Let's big up some of these lovely colours we've got here. That could be a lot yellower too. Let's go for that. And then make sure we've got some green in there to set it off as well. Yes, that gives us a more plant like there, and a few different forms. Anyway, if you like this, what I'm doing here, please subscribe to my my page and give me a like, a thumbs up, and it helps with my with my YouTube, the algorithms. They've got to have these likes to help you grow your channel a little bit. But I like to get the comments or encouragement. I think we all can enjoy that. I certainly do, and it spurs me on to do a little more. So again, I said, if you do like it, see more, just thumbs up, and you'll be automatically notified when I do some more. I think we should get a little bit of a plant going there. It was coming up over here anyway, I recall correctly. Always try to create interest in a painting, every little area, look at it, think, can I add something to this? Will it improve it? And if you find yourself struggling to think, hey, what should I do here? Then you've probably gone far enough. But I can see lots of areas where I can work on this. But as I said, it's all about enjoying yourself, and does it capture what you want in that painting or that event? It's a combination of the realism there and also my interpretation. So I think, as I say, I'm using these lovely Sennelier. Got some grasses in here. Let's put some yellow in that. Lots of lovely grasses going here. Again, we'll try and set the colours off with the. Need some grass, darker colours at the base of your plants because they don't get the sunlight. So ground them in a bit there. Yes, I can do that, I think. Put a bit darker here. On this edge. You can mix on your palette, but you can occasionally mix on your paper as well if it suits your purpose to do that. Then give it a shot, experiment. This is what I'm doing here. Right. Well, a question I've got to ask myself is, have I done enough? Let's get this generally more defined because it is against the sky. So it is definitely darker there. You see. You can go on doing lots and lots with a painting. With your photo reference, you can really, it could be endless. You don't want to do that and overwork it, which is the danger. So I think I'm going to sign this one and perhaps say I've done enough. I probably will, when I'm not filming, do a few things to it, but for the purposes of this video, I think I'm going to sign it there. PGP 2024. Just a couple of little features on this wall, on this fence. I don't think I got enough definition there. There it is. A little bit of colour there on this garden fence. Oh, there we go. Yes. Let me have a look through the camera, see what it looks from your point of view. This still looks rather bright, actually. I think I'm going to put a lot darker on that. Let's get some much darker green going and take that tonal value down because it's far too bright, I think. So I think that's a little better there. We can some textural marks here. This little tiny brush, well, that's not so tiny actually, but gives me a bigger coverage. Just fill in this, a little bit too much white showing. But I think we're nearly there. Right, let's leave it there, I think. A little flick up my brush here, nice feathery sort of brush. It can give you a bit of a effect of grasses. So there we are. I think I'm going to leave it there. And perhaps have another go in the morning. Tiny little details, but don't fiddle. That's the clue. Anyway, thanks for watching.